Cool. All right. Happy Monday. It is Monday, September 8th, 2025, and we are playing the puzzles together. Today has been just sort of a normal Monday. It's been a good Monday. Teaching my video kids and my TV broadcast kids how to save things the proper way to their computers so their desktop's not a total mess, you know. And we've just been, I don't know, we had faculty meeting, trying to think of other things that, like, I don't know, kind of a basic regular day. So no sweat, right? No sweat. Let's dive in. We'll play connections. And then we'll, as you can see, right, we'll do mini crossword, and then we'll play Pips. Love this new game, Pips. And then the Wordle, the Strands, and the letterbox. I have not seen any of this today, nor do I. I try not to look, you know, if a kid's playing in the Wordle or something, I'll always kind of avert my eyes and look at something else because I would much rather just sort of productively struggle through it, you know. So if you like productively struggling through these puzzles, don't forget to like this video and consider subscribing to the channel, and this podcast will come up into your feed every time I go live. So yeah, anyway, let's dive in. In the connections today, we're trying to create 4 groups of 4 out of these 16 words. I see fish, hike, hunt, jack, bull, peel, archer, tail, crank, walk, nap, bunk, baloney, raise, rubbish, and powers. Hey, Callie, how you doing? I'm not going to like today's connections. Oh, no, he says I'm not going to like it. Well, how about, that's a bunch of bull. That's a bunch of baloney. That's rubbish. That's bunk. Okay, we got one down. It's the yellow category. That's nonsense. Jack of all trades. Ethan Hunt. I see a lot of names. These could be names. I could be totally wrong. Tail. To walk. Nap. Why is nap on there? Powers. Like Austin Powers. Oh, what's from Archer? What's his name? The animated show Archer. Okay, I kind of feel like fish, hunt, hike, and walk. I don't know, things to do in the great outdoors. No, it's not even close. Okay, so 2 of these are wrong. That's what that means. 2 of these are wrong. Or more. Maybe they're all wrong. I have no idea. Raise. To raise. Let me shuffle them again. Shuffle them. Archer. All I can think, I'm such a nerd. The only Archer I can think of is the Frederick Scott Archer that created the wet plate process called collodion photography. Right, I'm nerding out on the history of photography. Archer has a bow and arrow. Fish tail, fish bones, fish for compliments, fishing gear. Good. I'm always willing to teach you things. What did you learn? Was it about the wet plate process that I just said, or was it something else? Hunt. Crankshaft. Cranky. To nap. To walk. To hike. I feel like these are things you do in your free time or something. But hunt. Apparently hunt was not one of them. Austin Powers. Raise. Aranha, how you doing? Hunt. This is beyond me. Hey Tyson, how you doing? Good to see you too. Raise to the power of 10. Yeah, Callie says I'm not going to like it. Fish bone, fish tail, fish. Hunting, fishing. Hiking and napping. I don't know. Things you do retired. But I guessed already. What did I say? Walking? Like things you do in the great outdoors. And this said it was not even close. It wasn't even one away. Archer. Powers, like... what's his name? The animated show. Why can't I think of his name? Archer. Austin Powers. I think tomorrow I'll watch my live stream before doing connections. Oh no, what if I get it wrong though? Tyson, you have faith in me? Well, Aranha, I'm glad that you have faith in me. I don't know if I do. I'm sitting here staring at it, not knowing the first thing about it. I've been at it for, 8 minutes, and I still don't have a clue. It was easier than yesterday. I did fine yesterday. I just did fine yesterday. I don't know. Fish, hunt, raise, and... I don't know. They're ways of gathering food. And jacket from someone. See, I tried those and it was... not. See, that's not even close either. Powers. The powers that be. Austin Powers. Powers of 10. Yeah. Yesterday. I got yesterday for sure. Cranky. Crankshaft. Cranky con. I don't know. I'm at a loss, honestly. Hiking, biking. Ugh. Jordan Peele, Austin Powers, Greg Archer. What is that? that looks like a Shiba Inu. What is that? Cat? What do cats have to do with anything? Catnap. Cat tail. Catwalk. Cat. I don't know. Cat hike. I don't know. One away. Okay, it's one away. So this one and this one. Let's see why. Samurai Jack. Why is it one away, though? I know. I want a new, better internet connection so bad. What? Okay, I know you're telegraphing an idea to me, but I don't understand. What are my thoughts on inflation? Is that just to spawn a conversation, or are you telegraphing an idea to me? Because that doesn't make a lick of sense to me. It's not your internet. No, my internet absolutely just stinks. I'm so sick of my internet. Did I tell you the story of why I don't have better internet? I want Google Fiber. About 4 or 5 years ago, Google Fiber came by and they dug the trench all up and down my neighborhood, every street, every dead end, every cul-de-sac, everywhere. And I keep getting those like invitations. They come as little postcards or letters or whatever. Join Google Fiber. Do it. And it's honestly not that much more than what I'm currently paying for, like literally, I think it's 2 megabytes per second. And yet when I go to it, it says, sorry, you're not available. And I'm like, what? Sorry. Yeah, I definitely am. Yeah, they go, they're trying to, cover the whole United States with Google Fiber. And so I've called them multiple times. I've left messages. I've tried to figure it out. And they're like, yeah, I get passed around from one person to the other. And I start my conversation when I call them. I'm like, listen, I want Google Fiber. And they're like, well, let's look up your address. And I'm like, I know how it's going to end. Don't. And then they're like, well, we're going to have to escalate this. I'm like, yeah, the last 10 people I talked to had to escalate it. For some reason, they refuse to allow me to have Google Fiber. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I need to call again and see if they've made any progress. Inflation? See, I just don't understand that. To hike prices, to raise prices, to jack up the prices and crank up prices, right? Okay. Nice. To crank up, hike up, jack up, or raise up. And then what are these? These are names. These have got to be names. Fictional spies. Austin Powers. Yep. And Archer. You know what? I can't do it from the school. Number one, I'd rather be home. I would rather be home. Number two, I don't have an isolated place to do that in. It would be so easy for somebody to just walk into my room, be like, all right, let's, whatever. And they want to talk about school or something. I need to be like out of sight, out of mind. Separate the two, my home life and my school life. What I do here is not affiliated in the slightest bit with the school. Sure, I talk about the school and I talk trash about, certain things and whatever. But what I do here is very, very, very personal, right? It's when you kind of live, I feel like I live a dual life a little bit. It's me trying to get ahead as a content creator, with, varying success some days. And then sometimes I during the day, it's like I moonlight as a content creator, but then I do, all the school stuff at school, and I keep them very, very separate. I want them to be very separate. Or from your house, Tyson, I'll just come to you. I have it organized as like podcasts, and I think once I have a better internet connection, I'm actually going to start a new series of episodes. I'm going to I went horizontal. I started a new like season or whatever. I'll do the same thing when I get a better internet connection too, and hopefully that sort of, you wipe the slate clean, kind of start over fresh, brand new beginnings. I'll still do it daily. I'll just like put a hard break, between the two. All right, we got a 5x5 with two little cuts cut out of it. Music purchases of the 90s and early 2000s. Sounds like CDs. Oh, I have so many CDs. Eco-conscious diaper option. Disposables. No, that wouldn't be. That's the opposite. Like fabric, cotton, like reusable, like washables. I don't know. What would be eco-conscious? Styles of singing. Oh. Harry Styles. I love the question mark ones, the gimmick answers. Invite to one's loft, say. To have over, to invite, to, I don't know, we'll come back. What yellow and mellow do? Oh, they rhyme. Rhyme is such a weird word. Rhythm is a weird word too. RH. Strange. Rhododendron, things with RH in it. What yellow and purple do? Oh, you might say they clash. Well, I think they complement each other because they're opposite the color wheel. Like many an endearing goofball. Like many an endearing goofball is... I don't know. Some D word. Cloth diapers. Why am I not thinking of that word? Oh, I get it. Ask up. Oh, there. Oh my gosh, my internet is so bad I can't even play the congratulations music without it cutting out. God. Okay, here's why I got that. Because going this way, like many an endearing goofball, dorky. And then overblown promotion, hype. Actually, what I learned, I'll tell you a few things about it. You may have heard it, and you may have even seen it when you're scrolling through I'm eligible. So that's awesome. All right. Music purchases of the 90s and early 2000s, CDs. Eco-conscious diaper option, cloth diapers. I think we have a couple of emergency cloth diapers. We've never used them. Of course, never used them. When our kids were tiny and were in diapers, of course. None of our kids are in diapers. That was a decade ago. But currently, I guess possibly we would use cloth diapers. I don't know. It's crazy. Harry Styles of singing. So funny. Styles of singing. Invite to one's loft, say, to ask up. What yellow and mellow do, they rhyme. What yellow and purple do, they clash. Like many an endearing goofball, dorky. Play as a guitar, strum. To burn slightly, to char. And an overblown promotion, hype. Bunch of hype. All right, let's do pips. Place every domino in the right spot. Let's do it. The only one bigger than 2, that's got to be the 4. 2 that are... Oh, let's spin that guy. Easy. Oh, no. What did we do wrong? Oh, silly goose. That one. There we go. Even trying to fix it, we still did it in 14 seconds. And then these 3 probably need to equal each other. So let's put that one. And maybe there. And there. Cool. Cool, we're flying through these. Oh, nice. And then it kicks me out. See, this is the dumbness of my internet connection. No, don't send me to the crossword. What the heck? This is the glory of my stupid internet. Okay. This one, look, it's opening up like everything but what should be open. Okay, now we're back to pips. It's just goofy. It's just goofy. I don't know. It's killing my retention. People want to see my videos, but like if my internet stinks, then you know you can't support that. All right. I see zeros. Could this be that? Oh, there is no 0 and 1, so I guess this is not correct. 2 and 4. Okay, and then a 3 and 3 has got to go here. And then a 4 and what? Another 3. 4 and 2. Here's a 4 and 3. So all of these have to be 3s. That also has to be 3. My goodness. This is the only 6. So I'm thinking that this 6 has to be here. Therefore, a bunch of 2s need to go around. Is there a 5 and 2? Hey, there's a 5 and 2. 2. Oh, and that has to be a 5 and 2 as well. Ugh, so maybe it's not. Hey, let's rethink this for a minute. Because if you're telling me that the 5... Here's a 5 and 0. Hello? And then that could be our 2s. Oh, there's an odd number here. Okay, that can't be. So maybe this is... Maybe... Do we have a 3 and 3? Oh, we don't. So this has got to be 3s. This has got to be 3s. And that's got to be 3. Maybe they add up to 3. Oh, I'm stupid. They add up to 3. Okay, let's reconsider our life choices here. Here, you know what? Is that terrible? Should I just start over? Should we drain the swamp? 16. Oh, we know this one. That's got to be 4s. Here, you know what? I'm so sorry. Let's start this one over. Zeros. 2 and 4. Why does it do that? That's not an internet thing. That's a programming thing. Come on. Okay. And then 3s. That adds up to 3. Well, we know this one too. Here, let's do this one. Boom, 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 boom. So that's probably 3 and 4. There's a 3 and 4. No, they add up. They add up to 4. Okay, so maybe this one. Maybe all these are the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, that doesn't work. So this one is a 3. I'm thinking all the ones that are the same are the 2s. And then all these equal 1. What about 1, 2? That one equals 3. Then we need another 4. Where's our 4? What if that's our 3s? There's a 5 and 2. Maybe this does work. 5 and 2. Is there a 6 and 2? Yeah, there is. Okay. All right, this is starting to fall into place. And then 3s. Oh, we got a double 3. I bet you this is it. At least we're close. Because that's got to go there, but I don't have another 0. 2s. And then a 0 and 2. Is there a 0 and 2? Oops. Got that backwards. Come on. Gosh, we're so close. We're so close. We got 4s. We got 5. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then these two add up. Nice. That was not as square-brained as usual, but still pretty hefty. I started at the base and worked my way up. I thought maybe it was like a 0 and a 0 working vertically. No, the 0 had to be at the base. And then 2 and 4, 3 and 1. I mean, those were just straight up puzzle pieces. And then I had a feeling it was the 2s here, and it was. But then, like, what orientation did I need to make them all fit? If I had this 6 the other way, then there's an odd one out over here. It's a logic puzzle, you know? And then another dead giveaway was that 16 had to be 4s. 4 4s, right? 4 times 4. And then 3 across. 3. I don't know why. Maybe it was like because it was all equal. I saw so many equal signs. I was like, oh, maybe it needs to be, 3 3 3. No, it had to add up to 3. It's like I completely forgot. I forgot. I done forgot it. The medium we did in 22 seconds, even though we had a little bit of a goof up. I forget what the goof up was, but it wasn't. I don't know. All these ones are different from each other. 5 had to be in the corner, and then 3 3 3. That was the only 3 that worked. And at this point, I don't even care if I earned the cookie. I'm sure I did on this one, 14 seconds. But I don't know. That's just not, it's not my prerogative. Here, 2, 2, and 2. And then a 4. That was the only thing greater than 2. It had to be the 4. Okay. Oh, what do we do for Wordle? Let's see. What if we did... I think the very first time I ever played Wordle, I played... And the answer was hefty. Do you remember that? That was like 6 months... Not even 6 months. It was more than 6 months ago. It's probably 8 months ago now. It was hefty. Did give us an H today, which is great. It's in the wrong place, so maybe we'll go... Chimp. You're kidding. Wow. Okay. CHI... No, I was going to say chink. Like a chink in the armor. Oh, chirp. Chirp. Nice. And I'm playing hard mode even. That's cool. I don't think in hard mode, I don't think I've gotten it in 3, have I? I think maybe I have once. That's something I'd like to know. Yeah, guest distribution 20. How about how many since starting to play hard mode? That's what I want to know. I think I've done it twice now to get it in 3. That's pretty good. Here we go. Yep, still playing hard mode. Any revealed hints must be used in subsequent guesses. So, yeah, we did that. Honestly, that was a stellar second guess. Wow. I promise you, I did not watch anybody play the Wordle today. Hefty, and that gave us an H. And then I'm like, okay, maybe it's like an SH or a TH. No, it wasn't a TH because I already guessed a T. And I'm like, all right, what if it was like chimp? Like a chimpanzee, and then it's all the letters except the M. So I'm like, what? Chin, chink, chilp. No, the only other word that works there. You're funny. All right, tomorrow I actually have a fun thing we're doing tomorrow. After we're done with the live stream. And after my kids are done with their various practices and rehearsals, and my one son is at a run for cross country, my older daughter is in play practice, and my youngest daughter is also doing play practice, and my middle daughter is just hanging out. She's having a good time. She's occupying herself. I wonder if she feels like the oddball out because she's not doing something right now like everyone else is. But when everyone is done and the planets align, we're actually going to see a baseball game, which we're super excited about. It's going to be awesome. And I was talking with some people, and apparently a lot of people are going to this baseball game. So I might run into people I know, might recognize some people. So it's kind of fun. Yeah. All right. Let's play Strands. Strands Archive. Now you can solve past puzzles and track your play history. Oh, neat. Not going to do that now, but thank you anyway. One for the Trekkies. So Star Trek. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I see Starship? Oh, tell me you don't see Starship there. Voyager, okay. Voyager. Oh gosh, the names of the ships. Oh, there's the Voyager, the Enterprise. Where would that be? E-N-T. Whoops. Enter. Oh, here. Enter. Enterprise. The Titan. Starships with an S on the end? Starships. Oh, it has an S on the end. Starship Discovery. Wait, isn't that a real starship, though? I feel like... Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there there are actual real starships called Voyager and Discovery? Enterprise is a fake one. Titan, there's the Titan rocket. And Intrepid. Okay, that was easy. I feel like the theme kind of throws it off, though. Are we talking about fake starships or real starships? Or mixed, right? Because Starship Enterprise, yeah, that's like, Captain Kirk and the Starship Enterprise for the Trek, Star Trek. Titan rocket is a real thing. The Discovery rover is a real thing. The Voyager spacecraft is a real thing. Intrepid, isn't Intrepid a real one too? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Space Shuttle Discovery, exactly. Yep. Okay, Letterboxd. I don't think they're all Star Trek because there's actual real starships called Discovery and Voyager, right? Voyager spacecraft. What's the one that went to Mars? Is that Intrepid? No. Isn't that Discovery? Maybe Discovery went to the moon. Or to Mars, I mean. I get them all mixed up. If I were like more in the know about space, I don't know. Maybe I'd be more apt to knowing that. All right. Let's do Letterboxd. I see ALTBHYOICRN and D. There's no E. There's no S. We have to do it in 4 words today. And let's see. Without an E, without an S. Boy, oh boy. I keep saying alt, like alternative. What could the H go with? There's TH. Ditch. Could say ditch. And we could play thin. Ability. It's like ability. We could say ability. Here, I need to write it down though. Okay, ditch. Oh, I can't do TA. Say like habitat. Habit. I mean, that's a word. Habit. Torch. And then we're back on the H again. Blah. Okay, habit and torch. Let me write those down at least. And then still left us with L, N, and Y. Lonely has a E in it. Britch. Pull you up by your britches. How about birch? Birch beer. Oh, birch beer is so good. It's like root beer, but it has like a kind of floral, not floral, like a fruity flavor to it. Birch beer. We used to have birch beer all the time. Pennsylvania Dutch birch beer. Oh, it's so good. You know, of course, it's non-alcoholic, right? It's just like a root beer. So good. You did 4 for... Oh, you solved it in 4? Okay, I like birch, but I don't think we should end on an H. Unless we played habit. Hold on. B-I-R-C-H. Let's try that again, and then we play habit. And then we end up on... Totally. If there was an E, we could almost play that word, huh? Lemonade. Toad. And then... Man, I'm trying to make this work, and I'm just... Tyson, don't drink that. Torrid. I think Torrid has 2 R's. I accidentally hit the touch bar on mine. Oh, good. I'm glad you're kidding. Glad you're kidding, Tyson. Hold to your values. Oh, we can't do CI. Shoot. Rancid. Train. Northly. What? That's a word? Northly? That's crazy. That's a totally made up word. There's no way. All right, I'm going to write these down. There's no way Northly is a word. Train and Northly. No way. Okay, and then we have a C, a B, and a D. CBD. That's funny. CBD. So if we can end on a T, then we can use these. bad cart. We need to use the C, the B, and the D. Bactrian? Oh, sure it is. The one hump camel, or is that the two hump camel? Bactrian? Am I spelling that wrong? I thought it was a word. Oh, I can almost spell Badland. The Badlands. Bad cat. Okay, I'm not wrong. Okay, Bactrian. 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 Right? The two hump camel. Is there a way I can report that? Report a bug. Okay, I'm going to report a bug. No, I don't want to write an email. Bleh. All right, fine. Okay, remember the day that this was not a word. Totally should have been. Bactrian. Thar. Okay, that's a word apparently. Thar. Okay, that's neither here nor there. We need to use up the C, the B. Choi, like bok choy. Not a word. All right. Hey, you know what? Dab. It's no fun. Well, okay. Maybe tell me, but I'll try and come up with my own, I guess. I don't know. Oh, blotch. Okay, hold on. Did I just do it? I might have just done it. What did I say? Train? Train. No, I didn't do it. I don't know. Thought I had it. Oh my gosh, you really can spell birthday. What? Birthday? Wowzers. Jarl. I don't know where to go from there. With an O? Blotch. Blotch is a good starting word. I really like that you can spell the word birthday, though. That's pretty cool. TCH. Blotch. Harry. And then what? I don't know where to go with the Y. Yin? Like, oh, we did actually use the word yang yesterday, so maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's a good thing. Yin yang. Whatever. Nod. Yeah. Did you use the word Harry? Harry was speaking to me. Blotch, Harry, yin, nod. Sure. Well, we got it done, didn't we? Jubilation and then naughty. Okay, report a bug. What email address are they wanting to send to? I don't want to set up an email. I just want to know. Here, if I go report a bug, nytgames@nytimes.com. nytgames@nytimes.com. All right, maybe I'll write an email later. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. nytgames@nytimes.com. Just so we don't forget it. Here. Select all, copy. Okay. Yeah, well, good. They're never going to do anything about it. Wouldn't even bother? You don't think they listen? Okay, blotch and then habit. Oh, I said Harry. Blotch, habit, tyrant, and tidbit. Oh, those are good words. Those are great words. Are you kidding me? What do you mean? You said, it wasn't fun. It's also no fun. Well, it's no fun if you give away the answer. You did give a good starting jumping off point, though. I appreciate that. Blotch was a good one. Blotch, Harry, yin, and nod. Let's recap all of our answers in these fun games. If you like what you see, give it a like. Consider subscribing, because here's how we did it today. First was nonsense, the yellow category in the connections. Baloney. What a bunch of baloney. Bull. Yeah, it's a bunch of bunk. I love using that word. That's one of my go-to words, bunk. Okay, while I'm at it, I'll write and say Tyson should be an acceptable word for the games. Well, it's a proper name, though. It's your name. And rubbish. It's a bunch of rubbish. I definitely say bunk. Does that make me old school or something? Call it bunk. Yeah, it's a bunch of bunk. All right, and then thanks for the heads up on this one. Catfish, catnap, cattail, and catwalk. In a theater, you walk across the upper deck near the ceiling on the catwalk. Increase with up. Thanks for the hint on this one too. Aranha said, "Yeah, you are you worried about your inflation? Things are increasing in price. They crank up the price, hike up the price, jack up the price, or raise up." Raise up sounds more like a poker term, doesn't it? Fictional spies: Archer, Hunt, Peel, and Powers. Of course, there's Austin Powers, but Farewell Archer. There's Sterling Archer. Who did I say before? Greg Archer? I'm losing my touch, guys. Archer. I don't know why. I haven't seen it in years. I couldn't for the life of me remember the name. Archer. I need to go to bed, maybe. That's why. Ethan Hunt. Who is Peel? Wait, which one is Peel? Hold on. Emma Peel? Emma Peel. Huh. Sir John Knight, super spy, worked alongside John Steed. Okay. It's news to me. You learn something new every day, right? Okay. And then Austin Powers, of course. Oh my gosh. Okay. Music purchased in the 90s and early 2000s probably was on CDs. Eco-conscious diaper option, cloth diapers. Styles of singing. Of course, the question mark means it's a gimmick answer, right? Harry Styles. Invite to one's loft, say. You ask up. What yellow and mellow do? They rhyme. What yellow and purple do? They clash. They're opposite each other on the color wheel, so yes, they do clash. Like many endearing goofballs, dorky. What a dorky goofball. Play as a guitar. You might strum a guitar. Burn slightly, to char. Overblown promotion, hype. All right, Pips was pretty good today. Even though I think I got these two switched going the wrong direction, I still solved it in 14 seconds. And I honestly, because of the, what's the opposite of ease? The cumbersome method of seeing whether you earned the cookie or not, I now just simply don't care whether I earned the cookie. So if you care whether you earned the cookie, that's great. But I don't think I care enough to try it out. Because I have to do it under a certain amount of time, and you have to then, instead of share your results, it just copies it to the clipboard. I don't know. That doesn't sound as fun. This one was a giveaway because the 5 had to go here, these 3 had to go here, and the only 3 that were equal to each other, that were 3 of them, was the 3. And then our hard puzzle was a tricky one. We had to reset it once, but after that it was smooth sailing. The giveaways were the 0, 0, and then 1 and 3, 2 and 4 had to go there. And then 16, 4 of them making 16. Of course, 4 times 4 is 6. You want to send me real cookies? I would love real cookies. I would love real cookies. Nothing with salsa and peanut butter on it, though. Actually, you know what? It's funny. My daughter was making cookies one time, and she made peanut butter cookies, and they're delicious. And I said, okay, hear me out. What if... And I took her peanut butter cookie and I put a little glob of jelly on it. Like it was a peanut butter and jelly cookie. And it was really, really good to have the peanut butter and the jelly. It was like a peanut butter and jelly cookie. And I was like, okay, next batch, can we take it a step further? And I took one of her, you press it with the fork and it's got the nice little, edge on it. Sometimes people will put like a little chocolate chip on top. You know what I did? I put a tiny little dollop of jelly. It was like grape jam or raspberry jam, whatever it was. And when they came out of the oven, they were melty and gooey, and oh my gosh. So anytime I make peanut butter cookies, I will make them with a little dollop of jam on it, and it will melt in and become this like gooey deliciousness on top. Oh my gosh. It was perfect. It was perfect. Make some peanut butter cookies sometime and just put not too much. If you do too much, then it goops all over. It's a mess, right? Not so much that it burns or fries to the bottom or whatever, but just a tiny little dollop of strawberry jam or whatever you like on top, and it then becomes a peanut butter and jelly cookie. Oh my gosh, so good, so good. Maybe we'll make some tonight to celebrate. Celebrate what? I don't know. Sometimes you guess. Of course, it doesn't start with an H. I thought, well, maybe it starts with like a CH, like I don't know, chimp. And I got 4 letters out of that, and they're all green. That's awesome. And then from that, we said chirp. That was the only one I could make it work with. If it wasn't MP, it was RP. Chirp. Okay. Where are we at? Okay. All right. Intrepid. One for the Trekkies. Titan, Intrepid, Enterprise, Voyager, Discovery, Intrepid. And then Letterbox. That was Blotch, Harry, Yin, and Nod. All right. Well, good one, you guys. That was a good one. Yeah, we need a thing to celebrate. We'll just celebrate Tyson himself. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for a little bit of help on some of those puzzles I needed. So you guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.